Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
We're back, baby.
I'm your host, Natasha Leggero.
And I'm your also host, Moshe Kasher, the husband of the host.
So Moshe and I have been in Europe.
Yeah, we went to Europe. We went on a fatty trip.
We spent 10 days away from our daughter.
That was pretty tough. I didn't anticipate the toughness. But when I came home, I saw her little hands. I was like, damn, I really love this girl.
Yeah, it was kind of maybe too long to go away.
I don't know. I had fun though. London was cool. It was very London. You know, we stayed in a hotel room called the Prussian Resident. I mean,
well, it's funny because I keep thinking like we're always in all these old hotel rooms, and I'm like, oh, that's because that's what I pick. I only want to stay in like the oldest place I can find.
You do love an old charming ass hotel room.
Do you like that, or would you rather be staying like at a modern place that's like sleek and like a kind of glass building?
I like what you like. You know what I hate? Four Seasons. Fuck a Four
Me
Seasons.
too.
It's like what kind of basic like repugnant wealth monster thinks that's a cool vacation? Oh, it's like it's good because it's expensive. Oh, and they'll do anything for you. Oh, will they? They'll do anything for you? Will they get you something for free? No, they'll charge you exorbitant amounts of money for it. Cool. They're not even well designed.
There's no joie de vivre there either. Everything's brown.
Yeah, there's no joie de vivre, which is why I only stay at joie de vivre hotels. But we went to London. We did 7 nights of shows at the Soho Theater. That was a lot of fun. It was really good to see people and we did our live relationship stuff there, which was nice and fun. But then we went to Paris for the weekend.
Oh, yes, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun, except there was this situation that happened at the customs line, which is we were like going, there's this huge line, 200, 300 people, just like a giant snaking line. And all of a sudden this family, just like this gigantic family, just started pushing their way through the line. And I'm talking, they're like...
And they're on the same train as us.
Yeah, everybody's waiting to go to the same train. And they're like unsnapping that little band that makes the line snake. They're just undoing it, walking straight through everybody. And all these fucking British people, they're so polite that they just kind of stood and stared. They're like, what a might jolly good, but what the dickens? And it's like, I look up and this family's just like lumbering their fucking rude asses through the entire thing. And I look up and I realize that they're all fucking wearing yarmulkes. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, to me, that is like, do you have that feeling at all? Does you relate to the feeling of like looking up and seeing your people like just like trampling over a culture, like just like being so rude, but with like, it's like an advertisement for like, look, this is who we are. And I was like so embarrassed. And then the people in the line were like, ugh, and they were making comments. I kept waiting for them to say something anti-Semitic. So I said to the guy in Hebrew, I go, Matosa, what are you doing? I said. You know what he said? Nothing. He just kept cutting through the fucking line. He didn't care at all. And then they got to the front of the line, and the customs people were like, is anybody on the early train to Amsterdam? Because we're going to rush you along. They raised their hands. Guess where they weren't going?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
And then when we arrived in Paris, there was a long line for the cab, but they got to the front of the line.
They cut that line too.
They cut that line.
International cutters.
And then they got into a fight.
They got into a fight with the security at the taxi stand.
They were all fighting. And I wanted to go up there and say, listen, they cut the line back in London too. And but I didn't because I don't speak French. And I didn't want to like start saying in broken English, these guys are assholes. You know what I mean? Like, but if I was fluent in French.
Well, how do you think it would go? Let me hear it in broken English. How would you say it?
No, I would have just said, excuse me, just so you know, those people have been cutting since we left. So I think they should get to the end of the line.
International cutters, dude. In yarmulkes. Why they gotta wear yarmulkes? It's worse for me when I see like my people doing nasty stuff.
My people. See, my people, I feel like I'm a citizen of the universe. So I just feel like everyone is my person.
I didn't realize you were on ayahuasca. I'm just saying there was something particularly frustrating to me about it.
Are they my people because I converted?
Oh, yeah. They're your people too now. Better buckle up because you're about to start cutting lines with me. What kind of person, by the way?
It's really hard to understand.
What kind of person looks at a line and just thinks, I don't need to.
With like 4 people. He had his wife and like 3 kids or something.
But speaking of lines, when we get to Paris, I'm like, one of the things, Natasha and I have a different traveling style.
So basically, I'm more like relaxed, and
True.
I believe in sort of, having a fun time. Maybe like a perfect day to me would be like waking up and being like, okay, well, let's order breakfast in bed and then eating it and then maybe walking around and just then like an idea sparks to you and you're like, oh, let's go under that bridge. And then it's like, oh, there's a museum. We could go there.
And we'd like talk about how we're citizens of the universe, right?
I just think it's like a more relaxed thing where Moshe, like the second we landed in Paris, we had tickets to the Louvre. And I was like, the Louvre? And I got us this like cool hotel. And like, I just wanted to like chill out.
The hotel room was cool. We stayed at the place, literally the room that Oscar Wilde died in. And they have on the walls his unpaid bills. And they were like, Oscar Wilde, he died here. A puddle of his own feces. We still have this feces right here.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
But anyway, we didn't have time because I had to get us to the Louvre. Now, listen, we got to the Louvre.
Just so you know, we get to the hotel at like, I'd say 3:50.
3:50.
We have to be at the Louvre by like 4.
4. And it is close to the Louvre. But I've never been there. And I just thought, well, shit, it's my 3rd time in Paris. I might as well see the fucking Mona Lisa at some point in my life,
You
right?
also made me see that other monstrosity there.
What's that?
The Eiffel Tower.
Dude, the Eiffel Tower was tight. That was from the trip we went on before. That was very funny because we went to the Eiffel Tower and we got up, we took the elevator to the top, and the second the elevator doors opened and all these like couples flooded out in their basic bitchery onto the platform at the top of the Eiffel Tower, they all started making out. It was like the funniest thing to me ever because it
was very hard to like walk anywhere without running into someone like French kissing.
Yeah, it was just so funny because it was like we're thinking, Natasha and I were laughing at it, like they're out here going like, this building, it makes me so horny. I'm so hard right now because of this steel building.
Well, why'd you want to see it so bad?
I don't know. It's a thing that's there.
Have you climbed the Statue of Liberty or the?
Yes. I have.
You have?
I have, yeah. It's just like you go to these places, you're supposed to see these iconic things. Aren't you?
I mean, I don't really like tourist traps.
Well, anyway, I thought we should see the Mona Lisa because I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Leonardo painted it, right? So we get there, and they do it's this crazy bait and switch because it's like there's a pre-line, and you look at the pre-line, and you're like, oh, that's not so bad. And you go in, and then the real lines begin. And it was. Remember, they held us in that. It felt very like Holocausty. They held us in this like hot hallway, like pressing flesh with like tourists from around the world.
And it didn't even seem like, because when we first arrived at the Louvre, there was a very long line, and we're like, okay, we're gonna skip it because that was just what we saw. But then when we were done looking at something else, other artwork that was not that interesting. It was like religious artwork. I don't know.
Yeah, we got into this like holding cell basically, and then they released.
But there was less people. That's what I'm saying.
I know. It's like a bait and switch. They're like trying to trick you. They released the people from the hallway.
Oh, that's what happened.
And it was like, oh shit, here we go. Next corner, Mona Lisa. No, it's the 3rd Mona Lisa line, and then the 4th and the 5th, and you're climbing up these stairs in this like horrifying like cattle prod.
It was crazy.
It was over 2 hours of waiting in line, and there's people touching you, and I've never been furious while looking at a major work of art before. That was the first time I was yelling at Chinese tourists, being like, get back. And like this couple got scared because I got so angry. Then you get into the main hall. The fucking Mona Lisa's behind like thick bulletproof glass. People are pickpocketing you and cutting you.
There's
and
a security guard yelling.
Move. Mona, look at Mona, but don't look too long. Give one moment with Mona. Move along. She looks at you the whole time. And it was
a nightmare.
It was the worst tourist experience of my life. It was not just the worst tourist experience. It was one of the worst experiences, period, of my life. It was worse than when my father died.
Moshe.
I'm serious.
I wish that, I knew it was going to be like that, but I don't know. I wish I could deter you. I should have tried to deter you.
Yeah, you should have. I wish you would have. I could have done without.
I'm gonna start trying. Well, so you have such FOMO that I feel like if I told you, listen, I know this is gonna be very uncomfortable and boring and terrible, especially for our first few seconds stepping into this country.
Right.
But then, like 2 hours later, you probably would have been like, "Should we have gone to the Mona Lisa?"
Probably would have. But now I've seen it, and I never want to see it again. And here's what I came
It was
away.
like 6 flights of steps.
It was awful. It was so awful. It was so bad. And the crazy part is, I looked on the internet. Mm-hmm. There's tons of pictures of the Mona Lisa on there. You can actually look at it right now. It takes 2 seconds. And guess what else? Bad painting. It's just some broad.
I mean, to be honest, I certainly, because I like to get reproductions sometimes to hang of like paintings I like. I wouldn't hang that painting.
Oh my God! Imagine the rock bottom basicness you would have to have a reproduction of the Mona Lisa in your house. Tosh?
Yes?
I'm excited because this next ad makes me feel like we're a real podcast because I've heard this ad read so many times. You ready?
I can't wait.
Hiring can be a slow process. Cafe Altura's COO Dylan Miskowitz needed to hire a director of coffee for his organic coffee company, but he was having trouble finding qualified applicants.
So he switched to ZipRecruiter.com.
ZipRecruiter! Doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you.
Its technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply for your job. Very smart. So you get qualified candidates fast.
So Dylan posted his job on ZipRecruiter and said that he was impressed by how quickly he had great candidates apply.
He also used ZipRecruiter's candidate rating feature to filter his applicants so he could focus on the most relevant ones.
And that's how Dylan found his new director of coffee in just a few days. Now, with the results like that, it's no wonder that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day.
See why ZipRecruiter is effective for businesses of all sizes. Try ZipRecruiter for free at our web address, ZipRecruiter.com/honeymoon. That's ZipRecruiter.com/HONEYMOON. ZipRecruiter.com/honeymoon.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Okay, let's call our friend Kenzie in Dallas.
Hello.
Kenzie.
Hi, Kenzie.
Hey.
It's Natasha and Moshe. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Oh, you're so Texas. You're already yawling us. How's it going? We want to know what's up with your life. Kenzie, tell us everything.
Okay, so here's my problem. So I'm 22 years old, and I have never had a boyfriend, been in any relationship, ever been out on a date, ever been kissed. And obviously that's kind of sad. Right now I'm like content being single, but in the future I definitely want a relationship. And so I guess what I'm afraid of is that by being single for so long and never having any experience, that people will think it's like a red flag, like there's a reason I've been single for so long.
Are you Christian?
Yes. How'd you know?
Well, what do you mean, how'd you know? You're a 22-year-old that's never been kissed. There's only a couple of options at our disposal here. I mean...
Well, because you sound cute.
Yeah, I breathed a great sigh of relief when I found out you were Christian. If you weren't, that's a much deeper and more troubling issue. No, I'm not. I'm an atheist. Why? I'll be like, you're fucked up. That's what's up. So you're Christian. That's good. That's good.
Okay, so what do I do?
But wait. Is the reason you've never been kissed because you're Christian and it's like, is that part of it?
No. I mean, that's not like against my religion. If I had the opportunity, I would. I was in a play in high school and I got kissed, so that's all.
Are you allowed to date? Like, you live at home, right?
Yeah. My parents always said till I was like 16 I couldn't date, but I'm 22.
Well, no, yeah, because earlier you said it was sad, and I was like, it's not sad, it's more mystifying. But then when you said that you had been kissed, but it was in a school play, I was like, oh yeah, we found the sad part. What was the play?
Guys and Dolls.
Oh, Kenzie.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
Is it so
All right.
she gets into sex work?
No.
That's what I was going to
But
suggest.
here's the thing. You have kissed a guy before, even though it was in a play?
No.
No, hold on. So I don't think when you go on dates, you need to tell people you've never kissed a man before.
I don't do that.
Okay, good. I'm just saying, it's like, I wouldn't, you don't ever need to be that honest.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But she doesn't go on dates at all.
Well, you got to help her with that
so
part.
she has no one to not say that to. But wait, Kenzie, why? Why don't you go on dates?
I don't know. Any guy that's ever asked me out, I don't like them. And any guy that I like doesn't like me.
Wait, Kenzie, how do you know they don't like you?
Because they don't ask me out.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, given the fact that the only action you've ever gotten was when you were in a fedora pumping your suspenders in Guys and Dolls, that you might not be able to pick up on the signals of a guy that likes you. How do you know they don't like you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They just never make a move that I pick up. I want them to be forward.
Kenzie, I here's the issue right here. You got to flip the script, dude. You're living in a Dallas Christian girl mentality, and you got to become a left coast liberal elite. You got to
Whore.
No, I don't think you need to become promiscuous. That's obviously not in your nature, given the facts at our disposal. I don't think you should go out and screw the first guy that you meet. I just think maybe going up to a guy and asking him out wouldn't be the most terrible idea in the world for you.
You have to French somebody this month.
I mean, straight up. Is that okay? I mean, I don't want you to abrogate your religious beliefs, but why don't you get on a dating app?
Yeah. A dating app? Isn't that kind of desperate?
No, I'll tell you what's desperate is being 42 and being like, oh, Guys and Dolls. I still quiver when I think about Guys and Dolls.
Yeah, you owe it to yourself. I think, here's the thing, because you're not desperate. You're young. You had a very, rarefied life. You grew up very Christian, and it's very specific, and now you're ready to break out, you're ready to date, you're ready to get out in the world, and now we're lucky we have these apps, because or you can do it. The other thing to do would be what are you really into? If you're really into certain kind of movies or art exhibits, then you can start going to those openings and trying to meet people there. But what you could do faster is guys will start swiping on you and go on a few dates.
Yeah, first they'll start swiping.
Not desperate.
They'll swipe and then they'll finger. It's going to be great, Kenzie. You're going to love it. But wait, I'm sorry. Fingering. I'm sorry, Kenzie. Fingering is it's a sex act when it doesn't matter.
Stop it.
Wait, Kenzie, hold on.
Kenzie, you need to kiss someone this week.
I have a thought. I have a real thought here, Kenzie. Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
You should look at going on a dating app. And it's okay if it's a Christian dating app. If you're not ready to leap into Tinder or Bumble or whatever.
Go to Christian Mingle.
Go to Christian, whatever it is. Look at going on these dating apps not as you actually trying to find romance, but you're doing literally a psychological experiment in order to have experience dating. So that you're not there to find somebody, you're not there to hook up with the person or to kiss them, or even, I don't know if you've heard of this, kiss them with tongue. That's a whole other thing. Don't even worry about it. But you're doing it literally as a social experiment for yourself to teach yourself how to go on a date.
And you're lucky we even have these dating apps. I bet you so many of these spinsters, Emily Dickinson might have not even been a spinster if they had dating apps. She would have just, these people were just sitting in their homes. They had no options.
And I tell you what's going to happen. You're going to go on a dating app and you're going to go on, let's say 5-10 dates. 9 of them are going to be awful, Kenzie. They're going to be terrible.
And you can meet people for coffee too. So you don't have to or a drink. So you don't have to go out to a bunch of long dinners.
Something with a time limit. Something in public with a time limit. Stay safe. They're going to be awful. They're going to try to fuck you. You're going to be thinking to yourself, I've never even kissed somebody, but you're not going to tell them that. And you're going to not fuck them. And you're going to say, ugh, what a gross creep. But you're going to have the experience of just being out with different people and going oh, I've gone on dates before. I see what this is about. So that when the guy comes along that is interested in you and asks you out, and probably you're going to smell different too because your pheromones are going to switch.
Yeah. and they always say that thing, I've seen it in movies. I don't really know Moshe, I'm sure you've heard of this, like where like if a kid, like they get him a prostitute, so then they're not desperate.
Exactly.
And so then
That's
they're
you.
not too horny.
That's you, Kenzie. You're the kid that we're getting a prostitute for, but
Yeah, you have to like start going into just use these dating apps to try to get experience.
Totally.
And then you'll be more qualified and more or less desperate to love when you're ready.
Good advice.
But don't tell them, by the way. Do not tell them, no, this is just a social experiment. I'm not, this isn't a real date.
Check back in with us, and you better kiss someone soon. Seriously, dude.
Wait, Kenzie, for real, are you down to do that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay,
Why not?
could we call you again in a month and see how it went?
Yeah, I'm coming to your show in Dallas, so I can see you guys there and tell you about it.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll bring a date to your show.
I love that. We'll get you free tickets. But listen, we want you to, you can email the email that Endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com, and we'll get you some tickets to that show. But wait, seriously, we want to talk to you on the air, though, about these dates. So go on 5 dates by the time we come to Dallas, and then we'll talk about it.
You have to, or you're going to like, it's going to, I knew a girl who was like 29 and a virgin, and the years just started to like add up. You know what I mean? And she finally did meet someone, but it was like, we all kind of like, it was like the thing no one talked about. And
totally.
It just like the years just like go by so fast.
It's more than the years, though. It's that it becomes a bigger and bigger thing.
Yes.
It's like I've never been stung by a bee, you know? And so I was really scared of bees because I'd never been stung by a bee. So bees made me more and more scared the longer I went without getting stung by a bee. And finally I got stung by a bee, and I was like, that was nothing. What was that? But that's what happens with people that stay virgins for a long time. Now, if it's a religious belief, different thing. You should do that. You do whatever you want.
Religion's awesome.
Well, I'm just saying I don't want to tell someone like violate your religion. I'm just saying forget virginity. Just dating. It becomes this bigger and bigger looming thing. It's like a shadow that follows you everywhere. And if you can just shrink that shadow down, then you won't have as much nervousness.
You're so right.
All right, you going to do it? We're going to talk to you in a month. Kenzie, don't flake.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm on it.
We'll be in touch. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
She's hot, you could tell. She's going to do just fine.
I wanted to see a picture so bad, but I didn't want to get the picture and be like, I think I know why you've not been on any dates.
Oh, come on. Everyone can find someone who thinks they're attractive.
100%. I'm just kidding.
I think you're attractive.
Whoa. Ouch.
That was really cute.
That was cute.
22 is not that old.
No,
she
but
doesn't want it to be 24-year-old virgin.
Forget virgin. It's that you've never been kissed. I mean, that's where it's like, okay, we got to put this in a hyperdrive. I mean, she's living in like an old idea. Like,
wait, I kissed someone when I was like in 3rd grade.
Well,
and then in 7th grade, and then I was basically started kissing in 7th grade.
like French kissing?
Probably.
I think my first French kiss was a spin the bottle game in 7th grade as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Oh
makes
yeah, I
sense.
remember Justin Langenberg stuck his tongue down my throat.
Even if she was Christian, you're allowed to go on dates when you're Christian, aren't you? I think you are. You don't get to get with them.
She's probably like a good girl
Kind of,
and like
obviously.
close with her parents. And
I know.
It never happened, and she probably like had a crush on like the hottest guy in school.
Totally.
Who didn't like her. And then everyone else kind of seemed lame.
You know what? If she comes to our Dallas shows and she hasn't kissed anybody, like...
Let's stop the podcast.
No, I'm going to kiss her. Is that cool? Would you let me?
Sure.
Really?
I mean, it's not like you're known for your kissing.
Excuse me?
I can barely get you to kiss.
What are you talking about?
You don't like to really French.
French? The fuck? Dude,
Do you like to French kiss?
I've never done it, okay? Now, as you all know, here on the Endless Honeymoon podcast, we have a segment called the Secrets Hotline, where we play and also mock the deep, dark secrets of our listeners.
I can't wait to hear what they are.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. I am calling with a secret. This happened maybe 2 years ago, so I'm 19 now, and at the time I was 17, and oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed to even say it. Like, okay, sorry. So, like, as a teenager, I purchased online one of those Hitachi ones, and I like was, using it, and then I stopped and I went to therapy, and this is all happening on the same day, and I left it plugged in, and then I went to therapy. I came back, and then my mom followed me back to my bedroom to talk to me about how therapy went. And then I sat on my bed and I sat on the vibrator and it turned on. And my mom looked at me with huge eyes, but she was cool with it because she's super sex positive. Even though my dad has made me all scared of it, but it was so embarrassing. And my mom was like, "I'm proud of you. You have the chutzpah to do that." I was just mortified and wanted to die, and so that is my secret.
Well, I mean, I gotta say,
her secret is that her mom saw her.
Is that she sat down talking with her mother about therapy. That was the most Jewish call I've ever heard in my life.
She's 17.
Chutzpah. Her mom's sex positive. She went to therapy. Her mom's talking to her about therapy. Her vibrator goes off in the conversation. She's like, "I'm proud of you, honey." I don't feel bad for that person because the Hitachi magic wand that I know belonged to my mother, and I heard it often and nightly in my house growing up.
Ew, nightly your mom was getting off?
I don't know about nightly, but
would you
often.
hear her moaning?
No, I didn't hear any moans. No, I didn't. No. But I definitely knew when it was on because it was loud and my mother's deaf and didn't realize that sound travels.
Doesn't she have a husband, though? Why is she using it with him in the room?
Because some women like to masturbate and to have sex.
Right.
No?
No, I hear you.
I'm going to buy you a motherfucking wand.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't use it while you were sitting right there.
Really?
Maybe I would. I don't know.
You should. I'm leaving town tomorrow. I'll get you one on the way out of town. You can wand it up.
Should we take another secret?
Yeah.
What's up? Let's just get right down to it. I had sex with one of my teachers in college, and she said it was too rough, and she stopped me in the middle and basically told me to leave. And it was 2 a.m., and I lived 45 minutes away. And I kind of wanted to just ask her if I could crash on her couch. Actually, I don't think she was a professor, but she was my teacher in college, whatever you call that. I don't know. Never told anybody that I slept with one of my teachers, because she's a nice person. I didn't want to get her in trouble. But if you're listening, please call me back.
I'm not calling you, motherfucker.
Wait, what was the part about it was too rough?
He was fucking.
He was
his
fucking
professor.
her too rough?
And she was like, "It's too rough. You need to leave." She's even a professor she's even giving him notes in the bed. She's like, stylistically challenged. You got to go. And then he said it was 2 a.m, so he just asked her if he could crash on her couch.
And she said no?
I don't know. I don't think he said.
Was he asking us to call him or the teacher to call if she's listening?
That was hilarious because it's so funny for the person who's in the absolute wrong position. Like the woman, the professor was in the wrong. She was abusing her power, fucking one of her students, totally inappropriate, totally uncool. And then very quickly in the sex act, the tables turn because he's an aggressive lover. And she's like, "Actually, you need to leave." It's very funny to go from being the victimizer to the victim in one sexual encounter.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was wild. But I think she should have let him stay. It's the least you can do when you're fucking one of your students, to just let him crash on your couch. I wish I'd fucked a professor.
Well, no, he goes, it's not like she was a professor, but she was a teacher.
Whatever you call that. Sounds like you were too busy focusing on them titties, son, and not enough on the learning part of the college experience.
You wish you would have fucked a professor?
That sounds cool. I had a hot film professor, actually, in community college. She was hot, and I think she actually was attracted to me. Man, I should have done it while I had the chance.
I'm sorry, honey. You could still try to find her.
Really?
I mean, sure, if you want.
Thanks, hon. Let's do another secret.
Yeah, so my secret is that I still like to pick my nose and eat my boogers. And I'm 35 years old.
That is so fucking gross.
I never told anyone, including my wife, who I've been with for 8 years.
I'm going to throw up.
And we kiss all the time. So there you go.
Why do you have to
human being.
Why do you have to add the we kiss all the time? It's such a visceral image. He's picking his nose and eating it. Then
I'm like literally having to throw up.
Why don't you go puke? That would be very funny.
I had to carry around that barf bag at the Charles de Gaulle.
Dude, we were flying back. When we flew back from Paris, Natasha was super like feeling airsick. And we got in the lift, and the lift driver was like the most cool, casual dude ever. And she's like, "Could you open the window a crack? I'm not feeling well. I have this barf bag, so don't worry." He's like, "Oh, you don't worry. Hurl away. I won't even charge you for it. I swear to God." He really said those words.
And then
Hurl
he did
away.
the hang loose
He
sign.
He did the hang
with
loose
his
sign.
hand.
And I was like, "Damn, is it possible to be too cool and laid back?" Like, and then remember, then he goes, "Do you mind if I stop for a gallon of gas real quick?" And we were kind of like, no.
We had just gotten off of like a 17-hour journey, and we were trying to make it to see our child who we hadn't seen in 10 days right before she went to bed.
So
like
Natasha,
every minute counted.
Natasha said that, and guess what he did? Fucking hang loose sign again. And then he just kept driving, and then it was like clear he was going to run out of gas. And we were like, "Are you going to run out of gas?" And he's like, "I might." We're like, "Okay, get the fucking gas, dude."
And then he goes, "I'll just go get a gallon."
1 gallon.
And I go, "Don't get a gallon, fill it up."
You know what? I gave him 5 stars and a fat tip, though. I loved that guy.
He was cute.
All right, let's play another secret.
My secret is that when I was about 20 years old, I dated a guy who happened to turn out to be a murderer. He just killed his wife a couple weeks ago. And when I realized this news, I had a memory that must have just been blocked. I must have completely blocked this out of us finding a passed out girl at a party in a bathtub, and he peed all over her. Turned out to be a psychopath, woman-hating murderer. So there's that, and I feel like I can't tell anybody because I'm scared he's going to find out about it in prison and he'd put a hit out on me. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Oh, shit.
I would definitely break up with someone if he pissed on a girl in the bathtub.
Really? Because I was
passed
thinking,
out?
I was thinking during that story, I relate to this guy. I would have pissed on her too.
You would piss on a girl
Of
who was
course
in the
not.
bathtub.
If only the clues were there that she was with a monster.
He murdered his wife?
That call was fucking crazy. That call was the reason that I wanted to do the Secrets Hotline in the first place. That's so crazy. Imagine that. Someone in your romantic past murdered their wife. How that would feel. That is so dark.
It is very dark. But she should also feel very happy that she wasn't the one.
That is so crazy.
Because if circumstances were different, they were a couple, maybe she would have married him.
I think about that stuff all the time, Tosh. Like, it's like there's so many murderers and child molesters out there that we must have met one at some point in our life. You know what I mean? It must be.
Oh, man, I had never even thought of that.
They are among us. Who are they? Who are these people? Who are the people that kill their spouses? Who are the people that kidnap children? Who are the people who pick their nose and eat it and kiss their wife afterward? Who are these people? Who are you? If you'd like to call the Endless Honeymoon podcast and be talked to live on the air, email us endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com or call us. The number is
213-222-8608. That's 213-222-8608.
I will often look up shampoo on Amazon.
Well, you and I have been fighting over shampoo, too, because I order very special shampoo for my hair type. You have thick, wavy,
Jew hair.
And I have, like, fine, mousy...
Goy hair. So we all know that frustration. Bottles on bottles piling up in your bathroom, each one falsely promising a miracle solution. One for thick, one for thin. It'll only kind of work.
Most drugstore brands only address a single concern, like volumize or strengthen.
Yeah, but with Function of Beauty, you can choose up to 5 different hair goals to add to your formulation. One for thick, one for thin, one for treated, one for frizzled, whatever.
Moshe, you actually, I feel like, you're someone who has hair goals.
I do have hair goals.
Moshe gets his hair cut, I'd say, like every 3.5 weeks.
That's right. And I shampoo every single day. So Function of Beauty individually formulates every bottle based on your hair type, hair goals, preferences. You select the color, the fragrance. You can get dye-free or fragrance-free. The products are so personalized, your name is even printed on the bottle. For me, it would be Dong of an Elephant Moshe.
Also, Function of Beauty never uses sulfates, parabens, phthalates, mineral oils, or any other harmful ingredients, which is very important to me, a mother.
They're also vegan. They're cruelty-free. They don't fuck with animals. This is a good company. They'll make a shampoo special for you so you'll know that it'll work. And they've got over 20,000 five-star customer reviews and counting. It might be up to 20,001 by now. We tried it. And my hair is looking good right now.
My hair looks really good. I like their leave-in conditioner for fine hair, and then I went swimming. I put it in, went swimming, and then just brushed my hair when I came out. It looked awesome.
That's awesome. So listen, we want you to try it too. So we've got a special deal for you. Listeners of this podcast will receive 20% off their first order of their specially formulated shampoo just for them. So to redeem it, go ahead, head to functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon. Take their hair profile quiz, functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon, to get 20% off your custom formula. That's functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon. Tosh, you were just telling me about how you wanted to get more disciplined about vitamins, right?
I do. I used to be more disciplined, and now it's just so hard to know what to take and when to take it and to remember to take it. I mean, we all want to do the right thing to keep our bodies healthy in the long run.
It's totally hard to figure out which vitamin to take, and Ritual has obsessively researched vitamins specifically for women. So this is one for you. For somebody like Tosh, who's busy, who doesn't know which vitamin to take, they've done the research for you.
There's no shady additives or ingredients that can do more harm than good to your body.
Yeah, it's just 2 easy-to-take capsules giving you 9 nutrients that you need to support a strong foundation for your health. So they've got D3s, omega-3s. Ritual's Essential Women's Formula helps fill in the gaps in a woman's diet.
And, you know, one of the reasons why I haven't been taking my vitamins is because I get, like, nauseous if I don't have a full meal, but I like to take them in the morning. But I also don't like to eat breakfast because I'm intermittent fasting. Thank you very much.
You are?
Yes.
That's new information that just dropped here.
Have you ever seen me eat breakfast?
Yes, I had breakfast with you this morning.
That's true, but it was like a special occasion.
Ritual's good because they specifically have a no-nausea capsule design, which is gentle on an empty stomach, and there's a mint tab in every bottle to keep things fresh so you don't get that weird fishy aftertaste that's common with a lot of omega-3s.
So better health doesn't happen overnight, and right now Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during their first 3 months.
What they do, they send you the vitamins straight to your door, and you just start a subscription. And we've got 10% off that subscription, and here's how you get it. Ritual.com/honeymoon, and you can start your Ritual today. Fill in the gaps in your diet with Essential for Women, a small step that helps support a healthy foundation for your body.
That's 10% off during your first 3 months at ritual.com/honeymoon.
So now we're going to flip a hard departure from a girl that's never been kissed to a man that we've met before who's been kissed too much. You may remember Andy from the episode I Deserve to Be Lied To. He was the one that left the secret where he was cheating on his wife with like a hot blonde. He kept talking about how hot she was. You remember that call?
All I remember about that call is that as he was telling us, whispering his secret into the phone, he's like, "Oh, my daughter just walked by."
Yeah, that was a dark moment of the podcast. And then we called him. And he told us that the woman he was having the affair with had broken it off, and that he was desperate that his wife never find out. And that's, I think, where we were at. But he's told us that there's been some developments in the story.
I can't wait to hear what they are.
I'm scared. Should we call him?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hi, Andy.
Andy, what have you been up to?
You don't sound good.
Not getting into so much trouble.
You don't sound happy about that.
No, it's been a stressful weekend. I was moving this weekend. Just pretty much just out of my head right now with moving shit.
Do you want us to call you a different time? We can.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
What's happening? We heard, our producer told us that there had been some significant developments in the story that we'd heard before.
Yeah, a few interesting things have happened, actually.
Talk us through it.
Well, I'm a bit of a writer. I'm a poet. I write a lot of shit. Anyways, I may have written something for her, and
Oh my God.
For the affair.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, Andy. I have a request, and I wouldn't be a good podcast host if I didn't ask. Could you read it for us?
I do not have it in front of me.
Oh man, I want to hear it so bad.
Okay, so you wrote the blonde.
Will you send it to me and I'll read it? I'll do a dramatic reading of it.
I could make that happen for you.
All right, deal.
Just to be the butt of everyone's joke, I'm sure it'll be great.
Wait, so Andy, so did your wife find this letter?
No,
Poem?
her husband did.
What's that?
Her husband did?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Andy.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Did you sign it, Love Andy?
Yeah, did you sign it Love Andy and your last name and your address?
Luckily, I didn't put any name on it. So it was kind of like there was no title to it, and she, I guess, said that it was something old that she had, and she didn't want to throw it away because it was so well written.
Good lie, good lie.
Oh shit.
And then did he believe her? That it was
I
old?
guess so, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Oh my god. And wait, how did she how'd she respond to your poem though? Was she like hot and bothered, or was she
She obviously liked it. She kept it.
Well, no, she's always been kind of into my poetry. I mean, that's I'm not going to say it's how we know each other, but she got to know a lot of my poetry, yes.
Sure. I mean, but there's no more desirable lover on earth than a married poet. That's what I always say.
I mean, I know it. I know you're not serious, but it's true.
At least you got the confidence, Andy. So wow. So she found it. Have you guys hooked up again? I have a feeling I don't want.
No, we haven't. We actually we haven't hooked up since. I mean, it was even before I talked to you guys last time that I had hooked up with her last. So it's been quite a little while now.
And what's the second development?
Just to make her even more tempting to me, she
got a boob job.
I'll say that she had some cosmetic surgery and maybe had some enlargements.
I just said she got a boob job. What the fuck? Natasha guessed that somebody found the poem. I guessed that she got bigger tits. Is it possible we know you better than you know yourself? This is crazy.
Wait,
Andy.
I thought she already had big tits.
Oh, dude.
Wait.
Yeah.
I thought she already had big boobs.
No, I never said that. I think you guys may have just put that on her just based on your making joke.
Right.
So she is in the middle of having an affair, and then she broke it off with you, and then went and got a boob job? She seems unstable.
Right, who's the boob job for? Her husband? She's like,
That's what I'm saying. And she's been like, and we still talk a little bit, so she's been kind of like reaching out to me like, hey, do you want to fucking see these things?
Oh man, I want to see him now. I mean, is it?
And I do. I really want to see him. I do.
Of course. I mean, you're a poet.
Wait, so she's tempting you with her boob job?
Yeah. What poet doesn't like big fake boobs? I mean, I believe it was Robert Frost.
About those fuckers.
Didn't Robert Frost write that poem, the tits less fondled or something like that?
The less chosen or something.
Oh, geez. So she got fake tits. Is it possible that your poem inspired her to get her breast augmentation? Was that in the poem?
Oh man, my house is hardly big enough to contain my ego. I don't need to think that.
Yeah, no.
Wait, so she is now. How is she trying to tempt you to look at quote these things? Has she sent you pictures?
Snapchat. It's all Snapchat.
Oh,
bullshit.
it's all on Snapchat. Got it.
Have you ever thought that this woman is kind of lame? I mean,
it's kind of what?
Lame. She seems a little lame. She doesn't really
No,
seem like
I
she
wish-
knows what she wants. She's cheating on her husband. She's lying to both of you. She's telling you she can't see you, but she's tempting you with her new boob job.
Yeah.
It just like I think you might be a little like blinded by her beauty or something.
Looking in from the outside, she definitely seems like a fucking asshole. But like,
Well,
I don't
Andy,
know.
you do too. Don't you worry about that. Wait, that is Natasha's making some good points. Why would she break it off with you, but then also be trying to tempt you with these with this boob job Snapchat thing?
Saying, dude, it's like it's never fully over. Like you keep like you got something to draw me back in every fucking 2 days.
Right.
Here's the thing. I know you've been moving, so you're a little depleted, but you sound kind of like spent. You know, you sound like you've been through the ringer, and I feel like she's really like she's kind of like adding to this or the cause of this, and it's not really fair. And I think until you like either leave your family or, you know, and really and she leaves her family and you guys go move to, I don't know, Boca Raton or wherever she would want. Or you just gotta like cut it off. Cut it off with her, I think.
Well, it's off, I guess.
I mean, the more that I've really like examined it, I realized that like even in some perfect world where her and I were both single, I was thinking like the ways that we would not work, like the ways it just wouldn't work with us, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of them, and I just know it wouldn't work, and it only works in this one very specific way that's not last, you know, like it won't last.
It's not healthy either. It's like sometimes we get addicted to the my suspicion with you, I do believe you that she's beautiful and sexy and whatever.
She really fucking is.
I totally buy that, but I also think probably she's just not your wife, and you're like bored with some facet of your life and want something exciting. You're an artist. I didn't know that until just now. You're an artist, and so you kind of like, I've got this thing where I'm like terrified of being like ordinary, and it's like a big fear that I'm going to like slip into ordinariness, and sometimes routine.
I understand. I do.
Sometimes routine makes you feel ordinary, and like so what breaks your routine more than an affair? But you have two complete neutral strangers telling you the person that you've chosen to have an affair with, it seems like toxic.
And she's not your friend, you know, like she's like Snapchatting you pictures of her tits.
You're all the best points for sure.
And yet,
I think you need to break it off.
And you know what? Like, what's funny is that like, if you showed me a picture of her and showed me a picture of my wife, I don't know either of these girls, I'm probably going to say my wife's hotter. My wife's fucking beautiful. Like, she's a really beautiful girl, and I feel like such a fucking dick because of what I'm doing.
I have an idea.
It's just something different. Variety is the spice of life, I guess.
Is that from one of your poems? Variety is the spice of life?
No, I don't know what the fuck that's from. I think it's from like an Uncle Ben's fucking Right commercial.
I have an assignment for you, Andy.
Sure, hit me.
I want you to write, even if it's a haiku, a short poem for your wife.
575, go ahead.
For your wife.
I love that suggestion. She deserves it.
I've written her many. She's a whole book full of shit for me. But
When's the last time you did?
I think I farted out some poem during our anniversary time.
You are a poet. I didn't realize it until right now, but yes. I think she deserves one now just because, and maybe you can start to rekindle that little flame. I mean, health never feels as good as disease, you know? Like disease, that's what drugs are so good. Good drugs are good in that way too. They just, you know, they're destroying you, but they feel so good in the moment. And so you can't notice that you're like crushed, you're getting ground into the bottom because you're so used to focusing on the euphoria of the moment. And this woman is the drug and the euphoria of the moment. But the health is in your family, Andy.
I know, dude. I know. I'm an addict.
Yeah.
Cut her off for a while. See if you feel better.
Yeah, the good news about addiction is you can stop. There is hope. I've been an addict to things, both drugs and the things you're talking about, and not cheating specifically, Natasha, FYI. But you know, I've had sexual relationships that I knew were unhealthy and were diseased, but I couldn't stop doing them. And you can stop.
And also the way she's behaving, it's like her husband is going to find out.
Right.
And then once that happens,
totally.
once
How he doesn't already after that last thing with him finding the fucking poem is beyond me. I'm surprised he's able to
and
talk her way out of this.
I don't even trust this woman. Like, she could maybe even tell him just to fuck up your relationship.
You know what, maybe. I don't know. And that's been on my mind, too.
I mean, hopefully she doesn't, but what you can do is like nip it now, because
nip that.
I would just do it like ASAP.
Write the poem.
Yeah.
Cut the ties.
I know that's what needs to be done. I'm fucking stupid, and I always learn my lessons the hard way, and I don't want to learn the hard way this time. But
and have you touched fake boobs before? Moshe said it's not that great.
It's not that great, Andy. You're not missing very much. Don't you worry.
Yeah, see, I'm just kind of curious, you know?
Well, listen, why don't you go to a plastic surgeon's office and see if he's got any silicone samples, and then take your wife out for dinner.
Just jiggle a few of them. Maybe I'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Well, Andy, stay in touch. We wish the best for you. We really want you to be happy and for you to stop lying to people.
Appreciate it, guys.
And we don't
listen, I'm not going to say it on here because I'm not that guy that's going to shamelessly self-promote something. But if you want to look at my poetry, you'll see on some of your comments and your pages, you'll see my name and poetry, and you can check out my shit if you're interested.
So you're telling us that you've commented with your name on our Instagram about the podcast?
I'll be honest with you. That's my it's like my. That's not my real name. It's my pen. That's my pen name.
Is your wife not aware of your pen name?
Correct.
Oh, wow. The plot thickens. Your wife doesn't know your pen name.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for it to. It's just kind of my little outlet. I feel like I can't write fully and completely and honestly if people from my real world knew that it was me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting. Is every poem like, yea, though I cheateth upon you? Wait, Andy, send me the poem. We want to read the poem.
If you want to take a look, you'll see.
We'll look, for sure. Will you send us the poem you wrote to the girl, though, please?
And fuck your hot wife this week.
I will do that, just for you.
Thank you. All right, good luck out there, Andy.
I appreciate it, guys.
Okay,
all right,
farewell.
get some sleep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. I mean, that dude is on fucking the thinnest ice. It's like any day now that husband's going to show up with a revolver and his wife is going to have loaded it. Jesus Christ.
Right, and this girl is like clearly like evil.
They're both fucked up.
It would be bad enough if she was still taunting him on Snapchat with pictures of her tits, but she's like, I got new tits.
And my husband almost caught us. It's just like, what the fuck? I'm so glad I'm not in a situation like that. That sounds like torture. Oh, poor Andy. It's hard to say poor Andy, though, because he's also a villain. That's what's so interesting about him. He's a victim and a villain at the same time.
He made many illusion. How do you say it? So
illusions.
Yeah, not like it's an illusion.
Illusions.
He made many illusions to how large his ego was.
Sure.
Like he's like thinks he's really great, or he thinks he's really handsome, or what is that exactly?
Well, I mean, every big egoed person is just a person with a terrible self-image, right? Don't you think every huge egoed person actually has terrible self-esteem?
To be honest, I could never figure it out because I don't have a big ego and I don't have like incredibly high like confidence. So I just always assume that when people are confident, that they're really confident.
Yeah, I don't assume that.
You're a truly confident person.
I don't know if do you think I have a big ego?
Bigger than mine. I don't know.
I'll have to examine that.
Well, no. Is a big ego bad?
I think generally, yeah.
I mean, I don't really know.
Self-confidence is good. Ego is bad. Right? It's like, drinking is fun. Alcoholism is bad.
Right.
That's what I think. I think ego is alienating, and it's not self-esteem. The opposite of bad self-esteem is not a big ego. The opposite of bad self-esteem is self-confidence and being secure in yourself.
Right.
That's what I think. So yeah, when you notice someone's ego, to me that's usually a performance and one that I don't want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, to end today's podcast episode, I'm going to read to you the poem that Andy wrote to his lover. Should I read it or should you?
I think you should read it.
Okay, here we go.
And this is what her husband found.
This is what her husband found, and she said was so well written that she kept it around. This is a paean to your mistress. Until the phone goes dead, let's play pretend over and over again. I'll be dreaming all these things that should not be in my head. Let me stay for a bit. Just let me ruminate while we live out another one of these artificial dates, failing to grasp the peace that remains, your lips on the gas, and the kiss never breaks. It's seldom I feel this level of worthy. It's never made this much sense to live so absurdly. I left myself open. You came in through the gate, smashed in my sternum, destroyed my chest plate. Constructed these walls, and they've crumbled apart. I gave you the keys, and now I'll give you the heart.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a fart. I was so ready for it to end on a fart.
Now I'll give you the fart.
Is that the whole poem?
That's the poem.
Okay.
Okay, Andy.
I kind of liked the top part.
It wasn't. It can speak for itself.
Andy, you put your heart out there.
You put your fart out there, Andy.
It's more than most people would do.
And she took her heart and put about 6 inches of padding between her chest and her heart. Andy, if you're listening, we love you. Kenzie, if you're listening, we want you to get some love. And for the secrets lady with the murderer, maybe you should avoid love. And Natasha,
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.